I think the best revenge is definitely just no revenge at all. And here's what I mean by that. Look, you can take your revenge if you really want to because if somebody has hurted you or whatever pain that you're potentially going through because of somebody else, but the best revenge is definitely the one that nobody ever takes. Whenever you're going through something, whenever you have experienced some heartbreak or some pain or really just any type of anxiety because of somebody else's oppression upon you, you tend to think that getting revenge and inflicting some type of pain upon this other person is going to basically help you feel better in some sort of way. And I'm here to tell you that it really doesn't. It doesn't help you and your healing process. It doesn't give you any type of peace either. Think about this. If somebody else is hurting, how does that actually alleviate your pain? It really doesn't, because your pain is internal to you and they don't know about that pain, and their pain is internal to them and you're not going to know about that pain, even if you have done your absolute best to inflict the most amount of pain upon them as possible. And just a quick side note as well, I think this is one of the best teachings about Islam as well. Look, I'm Muslim, so I'm very biased, but I think Islam is a religion of obviously peace, but it's also a religion of justice as well. So if you have been hurt by somebody, if you have been oppressed by somebody, it is within your rights to take your revenge, to take your justice, an equal amount though. Okay, you cannot go over a certain threshold. So that area exists. But Islam always preaches and always promotes the idea of forgiveness. Now, I'm not trying to glamorize being a victim. I'm not trying to glamorize letting things go, especially if some people have inflicted extreme amounts of pain upon you. You should go ahead and seek your justice if you really need to. But revenge has a very negative connotation to it. And I completely understand if you do want to take revenge. I mean, trust me, like I've had people hurt me in the past and I definitely have thought about taking revenge. But at the end of the day, I've always decided against it. I've always decided that it's not worth it. And it's a very normal and human thing to actually wish for revenge as well, wish for some type of divine justice to come in your direction. And even if it's not divine, just some type of justice as well. But unfortunately, life really doesn't work like that either. See, just because you endured some suffering because of somebody else, it doesn't necessarily mean that whenever you have the opportunity to inflict the same amount of pain upon somebody else, that it's going to make you feel any better. It might give you a little bit of an ego boost, it might give you a little bit of an ego trip, but aside from that, long term, it's not going to do anything for you. And look, if you are just set in your mind that you want to take revenge, that you will take your revenge, then go ahead and do it. Nobody's going to demean you for it. Nobody's going to look down upon you. Sure, people might be asking about, like, well, why are you having this reaction to things? But some people might just not know about the action of things, of what caused your reaction. Right? So go ahead and do it if you want, but I promise you it's not going to help your healing process whatsoever. And at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you are actually valuing your long-term health, whether that be mental health or emotional health or physical health, over really everything. And revenge might give you some short-term satisfaction, short-term pleasure, and just this short-term dopamine hit of like, oh yeah, like I was in power and I was able to do this to them. But at the end of the day, did it really help you? It might have helped you for about 5 minutes, maybe even 5 days. But 5 years from now, you're not going to look back upon that moment and think, oh man, I'm so glad I took my revenge. I feel so much better because of that. And here's the last point that I want to make about revenge as well. I think people are going to wrong you regardless, okay? Some people are just going to do that. Some people are just evil, right? Or maybe somebody hurt you by mistake, whatever the case might have been in your life. I don't know your life, so I don't know exactly how you're going to relate to this video. But I will say this, and this is a theory that has been tested by several people. This is a theory that has been tested by time itself throughout history. The pain that you feel in your heart today has been subsiding ever since that one particular event that you're actually thinking of. So whatever person hurt you on that particular day versus today, hasn't the pain been subsiding now? Hasn't the pain been getting smaller and smaller, and the hole in your heart that you have, and this pain and this heartbreak that you hold in your heart at all times, isn't it getting weaker and weaker, and you're getting more and more control back into your body, and you're able to progress through your days? you're able to do every single test that you actually plan on doing. That's literally because time has been healing your wounds and you have actually been taking the right steps in your healing process as well. So what makes you think that somehow this pain is just going to last forever, that it's not even going to grow smaller? And I understand that something might have very recently happened in your life that you're probably thinking like, oh man, like I need my revenge in this particular moment in time, in this particular event. I need my revenge. I don't care about all the other different events that happened in my life. This one, I need my revenge for sure. And you might be thinking like that because I have thought about that in the past as well. But I'm telling you, it's all the same. Kind of recognize this in my own life as well. The older that we grow, the more hardships and the more challenges that we actually have to face. And every single hardship and every single challenge, we tend to think to ourselves that, oh man, this is the biggest one yet. And that might have been true, that this is the biggest challenge yet. And you might be thinking that, oh, this person has hurt me more than anybody else. And that might be true as well. But I promise you, maybe tomorrow, somebody else is gonna hurt you as well. Like, and that's a very grim reality, but I'm just trying to put it in perspective for you of don't take revenge because it doesn't help you, man. Like, you're not gonna be able to escape any of the pain that this person has caused you just by taking revenge, because at the end of the day you're not going to be any better than them. It's better to just move on. It's better to just ignore whatever they have to say. It's better to just live your life the way that you want to and just figure things out by yourself, because one day the pain is going to subside and they're always going to be known as this evil person and you're always going to be known as the good guy. And whether that counts for something or not, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't in this life, but thank God for being Muslim, I guess. I mean, I have an afterlife to look forward to. That's why I don't take revenge. At least I try not to be honest with you. But yeah, man, just focus on yourself, dude. I mean, I don't really have some type of grand scheme of advice or whatever. Focus on yourself, love yourself. Forget about revenge. Forget about this other person that has hurt you, or this family that has hurt you, or really a government entity that has hurt you. It doesn't matter anymore. The moment has passed. They've shown you their true colors. You need to make sure you move on and just blossom into this young individual that you were always meant to be. Anyways, guys, this was episode number 118 of the Daily Lessons podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.